Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
I cannot believe what I just saw. I cannot believe what I just saw. The Giants just gave me exactly what I wanted. We had an exciting finish to the game, and we still. I was. This is the first day in my life that I've ever rooted for the Giants to lose a football game. And Brian Bresee, shout out to Brian Bresee, one of my favorite guys in the draft when he was coming out. But shout out to him. He just jumped over at his big size. He just jumped over and blocked this field goal. Oh my, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We were about to be in a situation, we were about to be in a situation where the Jaguars just lost. And we were at what, the second overall pick? We were about to fall down to like the 6th or 7th overall pick. We're about to fall down to like the 6th or 7th overall pick today. If Drew Lock, for some reason at the end of this game, decided to play like he was a good player, like he's fading away, throwing dots, he's hitting Malik Neighbors, and Malik Neighbors all year long is going down on the first tackle. And now all of a sudden he's spinning out his stuff and juking pass and reversing field. Like, where was this before? Where was this when I wanted to win games? Where was this where was this when I was trying to win games? But now, Drew Lock at the end of the game is putting on a clinic. Now, like, he's sitting there putting on a clinic. So like I was sick. I was sick because we have had to sit through all of this nonsense. And most of this game was nonsense and just embarrassing. And we were going to come out of this game with a win. And not because like we played so well at the end of the game, but because Derek Carr hurdled for some reason and fell on his face and maybe hit himself in the midsection. Because he did that, we were about to lose this game. So, I mean, Drew Lock, 21 for 49, 227, and 59 yards rushing. I mean, I guess that's a big game. No touchdowns from him. Drew Lock put up all those yards to put up 11 points. It's nuts to me. Malik Neighbors, 10 targets, 5 receptions, 79 yards. So another close to 80-yard game for Malik Neighbors. He's cruising into 1,000-yard territory. Tyrone Tracy, 45 yards today. I think he still can get to 1,000 yards. We're just here at this point, just stat watching, and just trying to preserve the pick. Just trying to preserve the pick. Let's see. Micah McFadden today, he did all he could to stop the tank. He did all he could to stop the tank. This man put up 11 tackles. The guy that misses every tackle under the sun didn't miss any tackles today. 11 tackles, 8 solo, 5 tackles for loss. Why? Who is this dude? Why all of a sudden you making all these tackles for loss? Every time Alvin Kamara, who's on my fantasy team, who I'm like, okay, well, at least my team stinks, and I'm going to have to watch them play like crap, but at least Alvin Kamara is going to have 150 yards and 3 touchdowns, and I'll get to win this week in fantasy. Well, guess what? Nothing from him today. I didn't even know how many points he got, but I know it's not very much. I mean, this dude, McFadden, was all over the place. Darius Moissault making tackles. But 5 tackles for losses for Micah McFadden. Trey Hawkins had a decent game. 2 pass deflections, an interception. Adoree Jackson had a couple pass breakups. Let's look at time of possession and everything like that. 112 yards for the Giants today, mostly Drew Lock. 213 passing with the sacks included. 291 total for the Saints. 325 total for the Giants. So we outgained them in that fourth quarter mostly. Let's look back at the Saints. We completely shut down their running game. 17 carries for 44 yards from Kamara. Miller had 32 yards on and he had some really nice runs today, but still only 32 yards. I wish I had a number for how many times they did not get back to the line of scrimmage, but I think it was in double digits. So the Giants did what they were supposed to do. Make it exciting at the end of the game, get my blood boiling, and come out with the loss. Because if we would have won this game, I'm pulling up Tankathon because Tankathon is where I haven't been on this site in years, but Tankathon is where I have to reside now. So right now, the Vegas Raiders are at number 1. They've got 2 wins, 11 losses. We got 2 wins, 11 losses. The difference is their strength of schedule is 0.533. Our strength of schedule is 0.544. So we got some teams coming up like the Ravens. Us losing against the Ravens next week is only going to bring our strength of schedule up. Them losing to whoever they play next week is only going to bring their strength of schedule down or keep it the same, because I think they played like a 6-win team or something like that. So the Giants can absolutely not afford to win any more games. We just can't afford it, because right now our strength of schedule is what? 0.544. Guess what? The Patriots are at 0.462. The Panthers are at 0.488. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 0.493. The Tennessee Titans are 0.516. The Cleveland Browns are 0.521. The Jets are 0.512. Why do I say all of those random numbers? Because the Giants' strength of schedule is higher than all of these teams. And we play the Ravens next week. And we play the Eagles at the end of the season. So we cannot afford to win a game, because we'll end up picking 9th overall. Everybody wants to say, it's okay. You just go out and win. You just go out and, do what you do in the season and let the chips fall where they may. Well, guess what? The chips are going to fall. We're going to fall to the 9th pick. So if we fall to the 9th or 10th pick, we're not getting a quarterback this year that's of any significance or status. We're not getting them. And then on top of that, you're not trading up for one, because guess what? You'll have the Jets in front of you. You'll have a lot of these teams in front of you, and these teams are not going to allow you to trade out ahead of them to get a quarterback. So you cannot afford it. You can't afford it. Last year, I fell for it. Last year, I was out here and I was like, listen, we got DeVito, it's Tommy Cutlass. I was doing this. I was like, listen, we have to win because of culture. Because, these players have to fight for their jobs, this, blah, blah, blah. And, part of that was true, because those players do have to fight for their jobs. They're not going to tank. But also, us winning lost us. It lost us out on Jaden Daniels. We lost out on Drake May because of some meaningless games that we won last year that were culture builders. Well, look at the culture this year. Look at how the culture looks this year. Listen, literally, I can't even talk right now. Look at how the culture looks this year. It looks atrocious. It looks non-existent. So those games last year, it didn't get us culture. It didn't get us a quarterback. And look at where we are now. So, I'm completely out of it. I'm completely disgusted from what I've had to see this season. And we deserve this loss. And this is the first victory-loss speech that I've ever given in my life for the Giants. And it makes me sick, but it's necessary. So, we got, 4 more games? I think, 4 more games? 2-15, 2-16. I think we got 5 more games. Whatever, 4 or 5 more games. However many games we got left, we got to lose them all. Because if we don't, could be picking as low as 9th overall. And that's just unacceptable. So, you all have a great rest of your day. I hope you all had fun watching the end of this game. They made it exciting, but we did end up with Graham Gano getting the field goal block, Brian Bresee coming through, and Malik Neighbors tried to get us out of it. Drew Lock tried to get us out of it, but at the end of the day, we kept our pick. And again, this is the only time. These couple weeks are going to be the only time you see me rooting against this team. And maybe we'll have some tape for Michael McFadden and Trey Hawkins we can look at this week.